All praises to Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem Yahweh Kodash, double honors to the elders and apostles of Great Stone. Shalom to the elect pushing this word in truth and in sincerity, with the hope of receiving mercy of Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai. Yahweh is the name of the Heavenly Father. Yahweh Shai is the name of His only begotten Son. The so-called Negroes, Hispanics, and Native Americans are the Israelites according to the prophecies that are written in the scriptures. I want to make it known that the RFID microchip is the paragma written about in Revelation 13, verse 16 on down, which is the MOTB. The miracle drug is the precursor to the MOTB. Yahweh Shai, whom the world ignorantly called Jesus, is about to make his return upon the earth to deliver his elect and to pour out judgment, as it is written. And one might ask, how we know that the Lord is about to make his return? We just gotta read Matthew 24, start at verse 3. And the Lord lists out various prophecies that will come to pass before his return, and these things are transpiring now before our eyes. So I want to go straight into this lesson. And I saw this clip and I wanted to play it just to show you what Daniel 12 verse 4 was referring to, yo. The times that we're in, the technological age, yo. And that's why a lot of people sue out of jobs just because of automation. You see me? And how fast technology is moving, yeah. A lot of jobs is going to be obsolete because AI is going to take over a lot of these jobs, yeah. Especially these repetitive jobs. So this is Daniel 12 verse 4. But though, O Daniel, shut up the words and seal the book. And right now the book is unsealed, yo. Because Yahweh Shai had opened up this knowledge unto us. It is written in... Let me just get this precept first before... Just to show you that the book is open. This is 2 Ezra 6. I want to see verse... This is 2 Ezra 6 verse 18. And it said, Behold, the days come that I will begin to draw nigh. And to visit Tlakia. And it said, Behold, the days come that I will begin to draw nigh, and to visit them that dwell upon the earth. I will begin to make inquisition of them, what they be that have erred unjustly with their unrighteousness. And when the affliction of Zion shall be fulfilled, and when the world that shall begin to vanish away shall be finished, then will I show these tokens, these signs. The books shall be opened before the firmament, and they shall see all together. So, right now the books are open, isn't it? Via even the technology. Because right now we preach this word on this internet highway, and it got to the four corners of the earth. And carnally, we also open the books, yo, under the firmament, preaching this word, telling Israel who they are in these last days, because the Lord have opened up our minds to the understanding of the words written therein. So going back to Daniel 12 verse 4, it's about, Thou, O Daniel, shut up the words and seal the book, even to the time of the end, showing that we are in the time of the end. Just so we have the understanding that we have now, knowing that we are the Israelites, knowing the name of our power, which is Yahweh, knowing the name of our Savior, which is Yahweh Shai, knowing what is the MOTB, which is the RFID microchip, isn't it? Knowing that World War III is prophesied in the scriptures, These things is through the opening of the book, and the Lord giving us wisdom and understanding. So it says, even to the time of the end, many shall run to and fro, and knowledge shall be increased. And knowledge increase on all levels, yo. And this is a perfect example of knowledge increasing.
Today we're bringing to you a very special and an imperatively important episode of Prepsteaders that I want you to pay attention to. And I want you to share this with friends that need to hear this message. This is important. Now, let's get right into this. There's something that was made mainstream just a few months ago in November of this past year. So as we tape this, we're only about 2 months away from when this went public and immediately went viral, if you want to call it that. It is already a $20 billion company. Can you even comprehend that? Within 5 days, it was as popular as Facebook. And Facebook took like 5 years to reach the level of use that this is getting. What I'm talking about is ChatGPT. If you've heard of that, or if you've heard of AI, which is artificial intelligence, that's what that stands for. ChatGPT is going to change and is already changing the face of everything that we're doing on this earth. It is revolutionary. It is bigger than the invention of the internet or the light bulb or the telephone. And it is already affecting you right where you are today. In fact, in the last several years, if you've Googled something, you will get a myriad of answers, and most of those are written by people, which is good, but increasingly a number of those answers to your questions are coming from artificial intelligence. And you might be tipped off when you see right in the middle of an article something doesn't look quite right. But now it is even more intelligent. It even has more resources to deal with, to come up with how it's interacting with you and having conversations with you that are changing everything. Let me just talk you through a few things. I'm going to put the links down below this episode so that you can see where to go to play with it some yourself. You can log in and create a free account, but interestingly, they do require that you at least give your phone number. Now, I want you to think about the last few years, and every time you needed to text message someone and you just spoke right into your phone. Hey, text Tracy and tell her to meet me for coffee at Applebee's at 3 o'clock on Tuesday. Every one of those texts that you have spoken into your phone has been recorded. Your voice, not just the words, but your voice has been recorded. In fact, you can go back into history and look and listen to all those text messages that you've recorded. Or when you wanted to navigate somewhere, it's recording everywhere you go, everything you say, and it can even record you when it's turned off. I want you to just think about that. I want you to think about the free...
So, just think about it, yo. And in this conversations where the brother them have over here, cause regularly we talk about certain things, and when you turn on your phone and you're looking at your notification, the same things them where you're just reason upon, you see a pop up in your notification and you wonder, oh this yo, but your phone and all these things constantly, you see me, record yo. You might believe that it's not being recorded what you're saying, but Esau no stop no stop listening to your conversations, yo. You see me? And them record everything about you. Your image, your voice. You see me? So just imagine, you see me, the weapon, because every single thing Esau have been weaponized. Just imagine how I'm gonna use this technology to demonize the prophets of Yahweh Shai. And that's why a lot of people are gonna fall for the demonization of us. And they will go against us very harshly because of these things. But everything is through the will and power of Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai. I want to get a precept and run back this clip. This is, I want to say, 2 Corinthians 2, verse 11. It reads, "Let Satan should get an advantage of us." With Satan, it's talking about our adversary, which is the global elites. Refer to them as various names, whether they want to be the Illuminati, isn't it? But it's the rulers of darkness of this world, spiritual wickedness in high places. So it says, "Let Satan should get an advantage of us, for we are not ignorant of his devices." And these are the devices of the wicked. It could be technological devices. It could be his plans, his tricks, his guile. And that's why the Lord said we're supposed to arm ourselves with the armor of God so we can stand against the wiles of the devil. These are the fiery darts that's coming, Because at the beginning of this video, I made mention of the prophecies that the Lord gave before his coming. And one of them, as the Lord listed the various things, wars and rumors of wars, and famine and pestilence and earthquake in diverse places, until us all these are the beginning of sorrow. And the verse below that, I want to say verse 9, it said, "Then shall they do what? Persecute you, and these times are at hand." And one of the reasons why we're going to be persecuted is because the knowledge that we're declaring, telling the inhabitants of the earth, mainly you so-called Negroes, Hispanics, and Native Americans, that the RFID microchip is the MOTB. And these are the times that we're in. So let's go back to this clip.
About that. I want you to think about the free email servers that you use, especially like Gmail and Yahoo and anything like that. They are not free except for in monetary money, but they are entirely expensive because they get to record every single word you've ever typed, everything you've received, and everything that has gone out from you through those email servers is being recorded. Now, imagine artificial intelligence being able to pull from all of those emails and everything that you've ever posted, either through a text message or through Facebook and social media on Instagram. How many times your face has been recorded online? Feed that all into one big system, and you have something that looks more and more like a beast to me. Now, I am in ChatGPT right at this moment. I'll put the link down below where you can go to it yourself, but it is...
This is just part of the image, because the image represents this whole system, isn't it? This is just part of the image.
It's just chat.openai.com will get you there. You can ask it anything under the sun, and instead of like Google, where it will pull back 1,437 options of websites that you can choose from to go to, no, it just feeds you the answer straight away. And you can say, "No, I didn't like that. Tell me it a different way," or, "But what about this?" And it will interact back with you. It remembers what you've said, what you've asked it, what answers it's given. So I've asked it a few things. I've asked it to write wedding vows or write a poem, and it does. I have asked it to tell me what a recipe is, and it does perfectly. Outlines the recipe with bullet points of every ingredient and every direction I need for that recipe to be complete. It can do a myriad of different things. It can write computer code, and it gets it correctly. Can you imagine? It can correct bad computer code, so it will automatically put in jeopardy those who write code for a living, because it can do it better than humans. It can write songs, And there are already copyright issues and a huge tither going on in the song industry, because now you can write a song with artificial intelligence that you didn't write at all, that you own the copyrights to. You can use that and no one will ever know the difference. It could even write an entire book. You wouldn't need a ghostwriter. You don't need to be talented or even know how to spell right yourself. And it can write it for whatever audience you choose. So you could say, I want this book to be written for a 5th grader or for a PhD Harvard graduate. It is incredible in what it is intuitive in its ability to interact with you on. It can write movie scripts or plays with not just characters and plots, but scenarios and backgrounds and backstory and nuance to it. And it spits it out in about 3 seconds. It can write term papers. And so, of course, right now it's a huge problem, because as university professors are not even able to tell if that term paper was written by a student or by artificial intelligence. They have no choice but to just grade it as though it was your original work. It also understands you if you spell wrong when you're asking it questions. I said, what are some of the worst case scenarios in using AI in regards to humans? And this is what the answer it gave me was. It says there are several potential worst case scenarios related to the use of AI that could have negative impacts on humans. Some examples include job loss. As AI systems become more advanced, they could potentially automate many tasks that are currently done by humans, leading to widespread...
Brothers, been the videos on these things, yo. Telling brothers about machine learning and all these things, yo. Because Lord have opened our eyes to these things where the masses not seen. We're watching and we're seeing and we're warning you so-called niggas, Hispanics and Native Americans of these things. But hey man, everything is a joke until it's not. All these jobs on hold dearly. That's why these tech giants coming out, Elon Musk and all of them, Jeff Bezos, Zuckerberg, and all these tech giants talking about laying off employees, because they know the technological advancement that we are at. And them don't need so much people to do the jobs to be done. That's why them go back to universal global income, yo. This is what's coming. And just think about it. If the state control the money we receive, meaning you have to cooperate with the system that is being implemented. And if at any point you have anything against the system, you won't be fed. And that's why the scripture tell us, the Lord's servants shall eat, but he shall be hungry, because the system will control your every move, yo. And this is what's coming.
Job loss and economic disruption. Interestingly, Microsoft is one of the biggest investors in this technology, but just yesterday, how interesting it is that they laid off 5% of their workforce. Over 10,000 employees lost their job yesterday at Microsoft. What's that about? Number 2, bias and discrimination. So I asked it what the scenario was. It has said, if AI systems are trained on biased data, or if the algorithms used to make decisions are biased, then the systems can perpetuate and even amplify existing societal biases. This could lead to discrimination in areas such as hiring and lending and criminal justice, as well as other areas. Number 3, privacy and security. Artificial intelligence systems can collect and process large amounts of personal data, which could be vulnerable to hacking or misuse by bad actors. This could lead to breaches of privacy and security. Now, this one is the one that makes my blood curdle. Autonomous weapons. Autonomous weapon systems, also known as killer robots, are AI-controlled weapon systems that can select and engage targets without human intervention. These weapons could be used in warfare and could lead to the loss of human lives and increased global instability. If you're not speechless yet, I don't know what to say, but here are two more points. Unintended consequences. It says, as AI systems become more advanced and are more used in areas of society, it becomes increasingly difficult to anticipate and prevent unintended consequences. This could lead to unforeseeable negative impacts on society and individuals. And last, dependence. As artificial intelligence systems become more prevalent, humans may become too dependent on them, losing even their ability to make decisions and problem solve on their own. I've only spoken to you about the text portion of this, but there is just as sinister a side of this that is for images. It can take, and just like your camera already knows, if you've scrolled through the gallery on your camera or your phone, you've noticed how it can recognize all of Aunt Susie's photos. Well, AI obviously can do that. It knows every single time your face has appeared on the movie screen, on the television, on the computer screens, in social media, anywhere that you've gone that has had camera surveillance that is recognizing your face. If you have been following the news, you understand that in China right now, there's the social credit system where they have 3D imagery of your face that's already in the system. They recognize who you are and they know where you work, your age, your weight, your social security number, and all of your medical history, what you've done wrong and gotten in trouble with the law on before, whether you've paid your taxes, and on and on and on. They have that all recorded. They know every single food item you buy for the week and how much you've exercised and so forth. That technology is not just in China, though. In fact, it's over here in America and very prevalent, and we don't even realize it. If you read the New York Times story just last week, I think it was, they talked about someone being told she couldn't enter to see the Radio Music City Hall. She wasn't able to go and see the Rockettes perform their Christmas show because the cameras that scanned the crowd recognized her, and she actually worked for a company that was in some sort of a lawsuit or such with one of the companies, either the Rockettes or the music hall, either one, something like that. And so they didn't even let her in. They can deny her access. My friend just last week needed to get on a cruise ship that required her passport. And she didn't have her passport with her, but they said, oh, no worries, ma'am. Those cameras have already scanned you, and we know exactly who you are, and we know your social security number, and you're allowed to come on even without a passport. We know every...
Hey man, this is the beast system, you know. This is the beast system. Hey man, Kalalal, Hawa, Bashim Shai, Bashim Padash. I need to get a precept, and I'm going to close on this note. This is Romans 13, verse 11. It said, and that knowing the time, that now it is high time to awake out of sleep. And you so-called Negroes, Hispanics, and Native Americans, you are sleeping now. You are sleeping. That's why these things are going to come catch you unaware. as it is written in 1 Thessalonians 5, as a thief in the night. For now is our salvation nearer than when we believe. So this was edifying you, just showing you the times that we're in. Kalalal, Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem Yahweh Kodesh. I want to say once more, double honors to the elders and apostles of Great Millstone. Shalom to the elect out there pushing this word in truth and in sincerity. Yo. Amen. We're at the end. Keep pushing, yo. And it's going to get harder. But the Lord tell you about those that endure unto the end. The same shall be saved. Shalom.